Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And help me welcome my amazingly fabulous co-host, Dragonfly Crystals, and Next Level Channeling. And welcome to the 118th episode of Messages for Lightworkers.
Wow. That's a lot.
I know.
A lot of episodes.
It is. Yeah. 118 Thursdays in a row.
That's really true.
Have,
I missed you, but you still kept it going. So that is a record, a complete record, continuously.
I am an overachiever.
Yes, you are. That is true. That is true. A wonderful overachiever.
Oh, I thank you. So yeah, this has been, and we've said this before, but Spirit never lets us down. That we don't plan the shows ahead of time and whatnot. We gather 10-15 minutes before the show to catch up on what's going on. What are you doing? Blah 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 blah. And then it's a simple like, okay, what'd you get? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the same thing. Okay. It's like different versions of the same
thing. Yeah.
So it's always it's always wonderful to to kind of be in that space.
It is. Right? It is. It's beautiful. And it's nice to know that we have angels and guides who actually put this show together.
Yes.
Brought us together, put the show together, and are on point every week coming with topics that they want to talk about. It's pretty, it's pretty, what shall
magical, I say? Wonderful.
Magical. Yeah, it is magical.
Totally. All we do is show up.
All we do is just a conduit for all this coming through. And so you're really getting your guides and angels messages from us on Messages for Lightworkers. It's not just our ego persona talking. No, it is the actual guides, angels, higher beings of light coming in and giving information to us every week. And it's always timely.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And this is, I just want to remind everyone that, don't forget with, you can get messages too. Yes. It's not like what we do is something so out of the ordinary that we are the only ones that can do it. No.
Well, you're light workers. That's what you do.
Yes.
You connect. You're getting messages from your guides and angels all the time. And you were born with all the clairs. You've got them all. Yes. And so, it is just you practicing it and going forward with everything. But this is certainly a show that we do that supports all of you. It supports us as well in terms of the energetic frequencies of light and information that are coming in to share with all of you, because we are light workers. And what does that mean? It means you're sending light out to the world. You're thinking positive thoughts. You're being as positive as you can in terms of, maybe positive isn't the right word, but you're balanced. You're balanced in that beautiful state of awareness of everything going on around you. You're not the story, and you're letting that light shine out. And there's so many other variations of what a light worker can look like. So, some people don't even send light out. They are the light, and they're running around being the light. So, so it isn't something. Yeah, it's not something you have to think about necessarily, but you can take it to lots of different levels of doing good work, or doing activation work, or healing work with people, or reading for people. So
absolutely.
We all come in different flavors.
That's right. Yes. And I just want to say a quick hello to Jane, artist Liz, Witchy Gardens, Tea Garden Chicken. Hello, Teresa. Edward Kenneth, Bunny Young, Charlie C. Sage, Tiffany Tisdale, and a few others of you that are just kind of, being quiet in the background. That's all right. That's okay. You could absolutely do that. So,
You absolutely can.
yeah. So this week's message is interesting in some ways, but it is very, very timely. So do you want to start off, Val? And
Sure. Sure.
Tell the good folks what you got, and then
I will. So, I sit down in meditation every day and I always ask, but before I do that, I do my normal meditation. And
Teresa says, yeah, just
oh,
FYI, I got a reading from Marina and Val. Both were excellent.
oh,
Thank you, Teresa.
That's sweet.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it is.
And so you know where to go. marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. Book a session with Marina. You will love it. And sign up for classes if you haven't already.
Yes.
Because you deserve it. Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm in my normal meditation and I'm just going to say, I say, do you have any messages for me for today?
Yes.
I'm asking divine source, all that is. And this is what I got for all this huge, long meditation I did. Tell your audience they are divinely guided and assure them that the world they are creating exists in reality, that their efforts are all succeeding. So that was their big message. And then I went back maybe half an hour later after I was done with my meditation, and I went in and I asked the messages for Lightworkers Angels, and they wanted to talk about peace, because peace is a big topic and we talk about that and we bandy the word around. Peace on earth, peace, but we don't necessarily dissect it and apply it to our life and what that really would look like and feel like to have inner peace. And so this little blurb is what I pulled out of the cloud, you could say, to talk about, just to give us a picture. What is that inner peace? How do I get it? What does it look like? So peace is a state of inner harmony, free from turmoil, conflict, or excessive attachment to external circumstances. It is not just the absence of stress, but the presence of deep stillness, acceptance, and alignment with one's true self. So in that, you can see how feeling like that would be so healing and so peaceful and so tranquil and so beautiful. So here is a few little bullet points, about 8, just to let us know again, how am I achieving this? Huh?
Yeah, it's nice to talk about, but sometimes it's nice to have the bullet points, right?
Yeah, how do I get there? Okay.
Yeah.
So so the first is self-awareness and presence, recognizing those thoughts, emotions that trigger us without identifying them. And meditation, breath work, and mindfulness cultivate these. So those 3 breaths you take before meditation or whatever activity, that is the mindfulness. It can bring you to the present moment. So 2, acceptance, letting go of resistance to what is. This doesn't mean passivity, but rather a deep trust in life's flow and an openness to experience without judgment. And 3, detach from outcomes, true peace when we no longer tie our emotional state to external events. When you no longer tie your emotional state to external events. Practicing non-attachment allows one to remain centered in regard to circumstances. And 4, align with soul's purpose. Living authentically starts you on that road. So say what you mean and mean what you say in a kindly way. Following your inner guidance and embracing your soul's journey fosters deep contentment. Because when you're not quite on your path, and you aren't feeling right, just right about it. It may be slight, but I'm not having fun doing this. I'd rather, change your course.
Yeah, it's like wearing a dress that might be just a little too tight, and you're kind of
exactly like
around trying to put things in comfort.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that. And that's when you'll know you're in that beautiful place of your walking that path, is when you're comfortable and joyful and feeling good. So you'll have those uncomfortable feelings when you're not quite doing your sweet spot of your path. So then 5, energetic hygiene. That's a pretty interesting way to say that, but releasing the dense energies that through practices like grounding, spiritual clearing, sound healing, or working with crystals to keep your energy field balanced, clearing your chakras, however that looks to you and feels good to you, moving around, dancing, it moves the energy. And 6, there's only 2 more. 6, forgiveness and compassion. Holding on to grudges or regrets disturbs peace. Forgiveness, both for yourself and others, lightens the emotional load. Well, we all know that's true. Yes. You just get freed up, whether you do the Ho'oponopono or whatever it is. I don't care how you do it. Do it the way you want.
Whatever works for you.
Load, whatever works for you. And then 7, gratitude and joy, shifting focus to what is abundant and joyful, rewires the mind toward contentment and fulfillment. And 8, connection to higher guidance, whether through prayer, meditation, channeling, or communing with nature. Aligning with divine wisdom brings an unshakable sense of peace, and it really does. When you have that deep connection, it just, wow, you can breathe again. What can I say? It is that beautiful connection. So it's an ongoing practice. It's not a final destination. And as Marina was saying backstage, you can access peace at any time. You choose it. You access it. It is a choice. It is an ongoing practice, not a final destination. The more we nurture it within, the more it radiates into the world around us. And so I'm going to go to Marina after this, but we're going to come back and I'm going to do a short, pretty short, only a couple of minutes. It'll be a activation into peace. It's going to activate us all into peace, because don't we all need that? A little more activation, a little more peace activation. So Marina, oh wait, ooh, Coherence. One card I pulled. This is in the activation guidebook, of course. Why wouldn't it be? So I have Coherence, which is harmonizing the frequency of the heart and mind for optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Of course, integration. So integrating and aligning the positive and negative to be in that observing state. We're going to go to integration and believing that everything that you are, all your gifts and talents and abilities are that strong connection to divine source. You utilize that every day believe in yourself that you are doing that. Your messages, your information is coming from divine source, and your connection. It isn't something you have to establish. You are divine source energy. You are that spark from divine source. So believe who you are, believe in the power that you are here now in this timing on earth. And that's really one of the big messages they're trying to give us. You're doing it. You're doing it. So Marina, take it away.
Yes. And that beautiful, beautiful segue into the message and the cards that I got. And I was telling Val, I actually I got this last night when I had a vision of the movie The Wizard of Oz, and it was focused on the wizard character and how, you know, he's very big, he's you know, huge and whatnot, and everyone is kind of, you know, hesitant with the wizard and so on, until you look behind the curtain and you realize that he's just a little person. Like, you know, he isn't this big thing that you imagined that it is. The reality was different than the perception that we had. And so I went to the Animal Elders Oracle, and it's, as Val was talking about her cards, it dawned on me how each one of my cards resonated with what she said. So,
because the guides were never wrong.
no. So the first one that I got was the Elder Salmon, right? And the message at the bottom is keep going. Keep going. Now, you know that salmon they always return to their birthplace. They always go back to source, right? And you know, they have to swim upstream and so on, but they're doing it because they know that they have to keep going. And it's kind of like with us as light workers and with you guys, where you just know that you got to keep going, right? The next card that I got was the Elder Bee. And the message here is work with purpose. So, yes, integrate all the things that you have learned. Have a plan, develop a way that you're going to do things so that it just, after a while, it just becomes second nature. You're just absolutely doing it. And it does get easier. The more that you do it, the easier that it becomes. So integrating all that. And then I got Elder Ladybug.
Oh, so cute.
Yes, it is adorable. And the message with the Elder Ladybug is open to miracles. Open to miracles. So, you know, you already have the ability to do that. Don't question yourself. Just open to it, right? Carry on. Don't stop what you're doing. Work with a purpose, and know that we would consider them miracles. They're miracles, but they're manifestations. They're manifestations of the things that we want to see in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely,
yeah, that's kind of where a lot of this particular message was coming from. And along with that too is to see things as they are, not as we imagine them to be, right?
Exactly. Right.
So
right. Absolutely.
the wizard wasn't really this huge guy. He was just a little guy, and he just kind of had a light shining behind him that made him appear.
Heard of him.
Yes.
The big wizard.
Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
You are all wizards.
We're
Absolutely.
all wizards. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So,
So you were saying you've got
yeah,
a
I've got an activation, folks, but don't do
woo-hoo.
it in the car.
No.
I see you, Sonia, Heavenly Blessed Honey, might be
Yeah.
in the car. Don't do this until you get home.
Oh, oh, she said, yeah, my ride home is coming. Okay, so as long
Okay.
as you're not driving, yeah.
As long as you're not driving, it's okay.
Yes.
So, folks, get yourself comfortable. And this activation is going to guide you to deeper inner peace, allowing that peace to ripple outward into the collective. You are going to now we're going to do the 3 breaths, folks. That's what we do. So take that deep breath in and hold it for a moment. And then we're going to exhale through the mouth. Slowly let go of stress. And then inhale again through the nose, holding it at the top for a few beats, and then exhale slowly through the mouth. And one more deep breath in. Hold it at the top and exhale slowly through the mouth. I want you to close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Visualize a golden light streaming down from the cosmos, entering through the top of your head and filling your entire body. Imagine roots extending from your feet, grounding deeply into the crystalline core of the earth. Feel the earth's energy rising, meeting with the golden light within you, activating within you the inner peace. In your heart center, visualize a radiant sphere of light. This is your soul's essence, pure and untouched by external chaos. I now activate the frequency of deep, unshakable peace within me. I release all attachments to fear, worry, and doubt. Peace is my natural state. Now feel the light in your heart expanding, filling your entire being with calm and serenity. Breathe in peace. Exhale any tension. Repeat until you feel fully immersed in tranquility. Breathing in peace. Exhale tension. Breathing in peace. Exhaling any tension. Now see this inner peace as a wave of light emanating from your heart. Allow it to flow outward, touching your home, your community, and the entire planet. As I radiate peace, I become a beacon of harmony in the world. May all beings feel this peace and return to their divine center. Imagine the earth enveloped in a soft glowing light, a field of unity and love. Now place your hands over your heart and affirm, I am peace. I am harmony. I am the stillness within the storm. And so it is. Now take a final deep breath, feeling gratitude for this moment. And now you can open your eyes when you're ready. That is the short and quick. You can repeat as many times as you like. That is the peace within.
That is peaceful.
Okay, thank you.
That is very, very peaceful.
Thank you.
I hope you guys feel as good as I do, because yeah, it feels very light. It doesn't feel cumbersome. It's I keep hearing que sera, sera.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just
Just go with it.
let things roll off your back like a duck in water, you know,
Yes.
because not disturbing your inner peace, that inner peace, that tranquil space, that's what you are, like a pool, a lake with no ripples. And you're walking through your daily life like that. And people go, oh, what's she doing? Because I want
Yes.
some of that.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because you, comparatively speaking to your peers, seem like you're a yogi in mystic India, and you're from that
Yes.
beautiful energy that you're exuding in that tranquil peace. There's nothing like
Absolutely.
being next to somebody who is at peace.
It does. It brings your own apprehensions or
Yeah.
whatever might be around. That's why some people, you look forward to seeing them, because you don't necessarily need to have a conversation. You're just sitting in their energy and you're thinking, oh man, this is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
This is nice. Like,
Right? There are
yeah,
just those people you might meet, and it's like that.
yeah,
And they're just in that space
yes.
90% of the time, or probably more than that. And they just exude that tranquil peace. And wow,
Mhm.
wow, that's that nice.
It is. It
So,
is. So
yeah.
hello, Innocent Potato, who has joined us, and Shelly Joe. And yeah, Shelly Joe says, I think I'd feel much better in Canada.
Yeah, well, those of us who are in Canada, peace, tranquility,
Please. Yes,
peace.
yes, yes. And for those of you that are interested, and this is something that I talked about with Val and the girls yesterday, and then yeah, it just kind of came together very quickly last night. But I'm going to put up the banner on where you can go. Hold on. So, oops. All right, there you go. Heart Center Tarot, myspreadshop.ca, and you can get that if you go to my main page, and there's that like a one sentence right up, and then you'll see there's 3 dots and it says more. If you click on the more, you'll be able to see the that
Right.
link on there. It's the merch shop. So, and what I had said to Val and the girls, I said, I'm going to get my son to do up a T-shirt for me, and it's going to say, you know, come for the healthcare, stay for the sanity.
I mean, that is the perfect T-shirt for us U.S. citizens who are like, "What? What's going on here?" Yes,
Yes, yeah.
Canada
So
seems like a viable option.
yeah, absolutely. So if you wanted to go take a look at it, if you want your own T-shirt, sweatshirt,
Commentary on
whatever.
commentary on what is happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have it looks like there's a family, there's a mom and dad and 2 kids, and they're all dressed up in red and white, and dad's holding a flag. So you've got that image. Yeah, underneath it. Yeah.
That's
Come for the
funny.
healthcare, stay for the sanity.
That's pretty cute. I think
There you
that's
go.
sweet.
A little
Yeah,
a,
for sure.
a little bit of advertising. And yeah, we'll also point out to you guys that if you want to get an idea of how things are progressing for you, or things that you need to look out for, and whatnot, make sure that you go over to Val's channel, check out the Akashic reading classes, check out some of the other classes, because to me, education is never a waste of time or money. It's another tool to put in your tool chest to help you deal with whatever might be going on that you need to deal with. So, yeah,
Thank you,
make sure that
Marina.
you do that.
Do the same thing, because Marina's classes are not to be missed as well. And you can go to marinasheartcenteredtarot.com and sign up for those. Achieving union, I have heard life-changing comments about. So that
Yes.
might be one of your first stops. But yeah, definitely. There's nothing more profound than taking a class and putting more tools in your tool belt, because the guides and angels see that and they go, oh, she's ready for more. Look at her. She's stepping forward.
Yes.
It's like you're walking through a new door, and they open up all these possibilities for you after that. So you have to watch the synchronicities that start to happen. This is the way it works. The more you progress, the more you actively walk forward, the more your guides bring in opportunities and show you the way by their synchronicities and breadcrumbs that they throw. They never give you the whole picture.
Yeah.
Because this is your free will, but they'll point you in the directions. They'll give you tips.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Teresa says, yeah, the Akashic reading class with Val is great.
Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you.
I have, and you guys have heard me say this before. I've never met anyone who has taken one of Val's classes, and when you ask them how was it, they go, today was an afternoon. They just, they rave about it, and they're, it's almost like getting together and allowing or giving your soul permission to do what it was designed to do.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's how it is. All of these classes that we offer are all integral parts of the foundation of everything you need. So if you can take all of the classes, if you can, whatever appeals to you. But I want to say hi to Janny. It's good to see you. And she says, that was my message for today. Thanks, Val.
Excellent.
So you guys, all of you who are here, you know how it works. Everybody receives something from everything we talk about, because our guides are tailoring this to all of you. It is your message.
Yes, you will hear what you need to hear to advance forward.
Exactly.
And yes, thank you, Innocent Potato. Looking forward to the March 22nd Shine Your Light event. Yes, this is coming up on Saturday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. I always do, because the energetic lift that I get from it is
it's like going to Disney World. No, that's in Florida. Never mind. I mean,
yes,
it's like an energetic rejuvenation.
Yes. Yeah. And listen, T. Lynn says, can you briefly explain the 8th chakra? Just heard of it and not clear on its role or job.
Yeah, the 8th chakra is your soul star. So here's your crown chakra. And up above about a foot, sometimes a foot and a half, 2 feet, is the soul star. And the soul star is like that connection to all the higher stuff. Let's just put it like that. Yeah. It is your soul essence. It is all that information and up. So when you connect to your crown, for instance, I always say go, from your crown about a foot up, right in that area. You actually go through that to reach the higher realms anyway. You go through the soul star, and at your feet, below your feet about a foot, is your earth star. So there's a soul star and an earth star, and there's a whole bunch of chakras all the way up. So you don't even need to know the names, numbers, or anything,
Yeah.
because you're just it's gonna happen. You just super highway. It's a
Yes.
natural thing.
Yes.
I hope that helps.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah. And so yeah, don't get yourself bogged
Yeah,
down
don't
in
bog
too
down.
many of the details. I mean,
Oh,
it's
I gotta open
that
this or open
yeah,
that. No, don't worry
yeah,
about that.
that however is a great question because
It
the,
is
you
a
know,
great.
a lot of people would hear about things, you know, and they just don't know yeah, what it
What?
is. And it almost feels like, oh, wait a minute. So, you know, yeah, I learned all about the
I'm
seven
out of
chakras.
it. I haven't been doing it right because I didn't know that.
Yes.
No, you have been doing it right. You really
Yes.
didn't even need to know it. It's a natural thing that
Yes.
you're going up that channel. You're going down the channel and up the channel with your energy. It
Yeah.
just
And it is like a spiritual cell tower.
it is just exactly like that, T Lynn. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So, yeah, this one of the things that I'm kind of feel compelled a little bit to go back to is that image of the wizard, and it goes back to what Val what she got in her cards about being in that uh, being in that
Coherence and
peaceful yes yeah
whatever
being
it
in
is.
that peaceful state
Mhm.
that you know there is we have to be careful to make sure that our our perceptions of things are they accurate? Are we really seeing what we think we're seeing, or are we kind of looking at it through
The
skewed
illusion. Like the
illusion?
man, like in
Yes,
the Wizard of Oz, the big
yes,
face that's talking, but there
exactly.
is really a little man in the corner running the controls. The
Yes,
great and powerful Oz. But
yes,
you know, it's the
exactly.
illusion. So you have to see through that, and realize, oh, I'm
Yes,
distorting this by seeing it it's an illusion. So yeah.
exactly. And
Mhm.
that's what a lot of people are facing right now as well. And that's why the message is so important to be in your peaceful place, to radiate the peace, because people are going to be looking for it to find those beacons of light that they can maybe recharge themselves at, because there's so much that is happening around the world that
Mhm.
is a distraction,
Yeah.
right? That is oh, look over here, no, don't pay attention to this, how about this, so that you're it can be overwhelming
Yeah.
because it's one thing on top of another, right?
Ex-
You don't have a chance to process one thing before something else happens, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it just gets you going. And then all of a sudden, that's where, you know, sometimes you might lose a little bit of that clear perception.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes easier to kind of give into the fantasy.
It's a lot easier because it's
Yes.
slamming in front of your face all the time.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
when you stay in that peaceful observation mode and you're not in that, and it isn't passivity.
No.
It's you have to work to be in observation mode. Let me tell you,
Yes.
these things trigger you. But yeah, it's very, very beneficial to you. And I like what T. Lynn's saying. I've come to believe that if the guides and angels
Yeah.
want to reach us, they will, whether we understand the process or not. Correct. Absolutely 100%. The only thing that I would say is that when you actively communicate with your guides, surrounding yourself with light because that raises your vibration up. So you're calling in the highest vibration of guides and angels, your primary guides and angels, and grounding yourself, taking your 3 breaths. That's it. It
Yeah.
just sets your energy at a certain level and sets your intention to call in and talk to your highest guides and angels. And I always ask Archangel Michael to protect me. Not that you need protection, but he kind of is, call it a gatekeeper, call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
you have the higher frequency energy coming in, and only that is what comes in, and you get the most beautiful messages. So yeah. Other than that, it's not like you need a formula. You don't. You open up, you start talking to your guides and angels, and you wait for them to talk.
Absolutely. And do not discount anything, whatever might come. I usually like to have, paper and pen close by. And whatever comes into your mind, however it comes in, don't dismiss it. Write it down. Yeah. Don't judge it. Don't put any meaning to it right away. Just write it down.
If you hear something on a podcast or a show or something, and that just write that down.
Yes.
Because just write it down, because somehow, some way, that's opening up something in you because you reacted to it.
Yes.
I mean, in a positive way, let's say it like that. But there isn't, I shouldn't say positive, because that means there's still dialectic negative, positive. We'll just say you have a higher connection to that phrasing for activation purposes, for initiation purposes. These things trigger you, that you see in the 3D going to 5D world, that activate you, whether it's seeing Machu Picchu on a page, or even the cliff dwellings in the Four Corners. All these things are there in this world to activate you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That is interesting. I did not know that. Saint Michael the Archangel is the patron saint of Ukraine and police officers. Wow.
Yeah. True.
Perfect. And yes, Rose Blue. Yeah, absolutely. Sending out prayers. Things are going to go.
Oh, gosh, Rose Blue. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Going to work out.
I'll send some light his way and ask for healing.
Exactly.
Sorry about that.
And while you're doing that, don't forget to send a little prayer up for our dear friend Mel.
Yeah.
Who is still in hospital, is getting better. But he's still going to have certain things that he's going to face over the next little while. So he has been very grateful. He has said that he can feel all the prayers and good wishes that are coming his way. He's very grateful. So let's just keep doing it. Prayer really does work.
It really works. It really works. And the more people doing it, wow.
Yeah, exactly. It magnifies. Right? It absolutely magnifies. So, Mel posted a message that he's home now. Lauren, that is fabulous.
Because he just had to eat soft food and then he could go. Yeah, that's good.
And his birthday is on Saturday. For those of you that don't know, his birthday is on Saturday.
Oh, goodness.
And when he first went in, I sent him a text and I said, you'll be fine. You'll be home for your birthday. So, thank you, Spirit.
That's good.
Well, good. So he'll still, things are going to go slow and whatnot. So that is fabulous. And all our other friends that are part of this community that are dealing with certain issues, right? Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, is, back to being unwell. Sherry from Trancing with Spirit, who would normally do the Shine Your Light.
Oh, God bless you.
Honest to God, truth.
And she's been sick. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been sick for the last couple months. So, keep everyone in your thoughts and your prayers. Send them out the healing. And if you yourself are not feeling that great, one of the things, and I had a conversation with Sherry, Trancing with Spirit, and one of the things that she brought up, and I thought, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense, is our guides are sending us messages all the time.
All the time.
And sometimes we're so busy dealing with things, doing things, that we don't hear it. Because, Spirit whispers. Spirit doesn't come in and is screaming and yelling, hey, I need you to do this. No, it's very, very quiet.
Little voices said, well, maybe we should eat yogurt, or, you know, whatever. Some little voice that says, you know, you might like that class. And then your ego mind says, oh, I don't have time for a class. Oh, you know, then blah, 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 blah. But your guide said, oh, that class looks good. I think you could use it.
Exactly.
And then you come up with, you know, it's not time. You don't have money, right? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
What am I ever going to do with that? Blah, 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 blah.
Yes. So one of the messages that Sherry at Trancing with Spirit got was, because she'd been so sick for the last couple of months, she's just starting to kind of recover a little bit. And she said, you know, I'm really starting to wonder if the illness didn't come on as a result of I'm getting downloads and I'm paying attention to everything that is going on around me. And Spirit needs me to be still.
Yes.
So that I can hear what they're saying, and so that I can get the downloads.
Yes.
And sometimes with us as humans, what's the best way to do that is, knock us off our feet and put us in bed. And then we got
to still us. And, you know, in a case like Sherry's, actually both Sherry's, they're always doing. They're very active people. And so, it is a way to keep you still so that you will listen. And receive and receive and receive. And now is a super download time for everybody. I mean, for the whole planet, it just is. So,
we are all getting the downloads, messages, and you'll notice it in all different ways. I don't know how often I'm in the middle of doing something and the ringing in the ears start. And now I've gotten to the point like, okay, sorry, give me a minute.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to stop and receive the information that's coming in. And it's funny, Suzanne says her guides don't want her to start anything new. Yeah, because all this stuff is happening.
Yes.
We're getting all this information. It's kind of a hard time that you would start anything besides it's Venus in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde. So you might just open up to be a receptive vessel right now. And
exactly. And that's first, they'll come by with a little bit of you're not feeling well and you need to take a day or two off, and then you push through it. No, I'm fine, until they just say, okay, no, that's it, boom.
Yeah. So
there you go.
When you didn't pay attention to the earlier, we should rest now. Then you get the boom. We'll make you rest.
Absolutely. So yes. So pay attention to that ring. Pay attention when you start to feel tired. If possible, if you are in a position to stop what you're doing and just sit quietly for a little while, do that too.
Absolutely.
And like Suzanne said, you follow what is what you are being guided to do,
Yes.
not someone else.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Because there's a lot of people out there channeling things, and you've got to do you.
yes.
And your guides and angels, you are your own guru in that way. You might hear a channeling and get the flavor of the energy out there that's going on, and that's always interesting. But for you, your internal connection, you're going to with source.
Yes.
You're going to have your own information coming in.
Absolutely.
Everybody's on their own little journey.
Yes.
It's not little, but it's a journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've said before, spirit whispers, ego yells. Spirit isn't there to set you up to make you fail so that it can laugh at you. Spirit is no, that's ego does that. Yeah. So yeah, pay attention to what it is that some of the thinking that comes in. Yeah.
That is hilarious. Oh gosh. Because some of the things I say, but then, it would set you up for failure.
Yeah, exactly. So that in the end they can go psych. No,
they wouldn't waste their time doing that kind of thing.
No, they're too busy putting things together. So and spirit is encouraging. Ego is loud and brash, and
it feeds your personality and not your soul. So it's feeding you, saying, well, you're so good. You're even better than so-and-so. That's division. And that is not what your guides and angels would tell you. Or it might say, oh, you're so good at blah, blah, blah. You're the best. Anytime it tries to feed your ego or up you or make you feel better than or different than or any of those things than. And the ego can go the opposite way, making you feel less than everyone else. Oh, you're not as good as so-and-so at this, or you're not as good. Those comparisons are not soul energy. You're all one. One source. One source. One.
Yeah.
There is no division. You aren't divided. So anything that tries to divide you is not your soul. It's not your guides and angels. Yeah.
Maureen D'Amico says, I think my spirit guides are drunk. I'll tell you, they do have a good sense of humor.
They do. They really do.
They really, really do. Yeah. And it's kind of been proven to me over and over and over again. Yeah, absolutely, they do.
Yeah.
And thank you. Someone commented, I've been funny recently. Thank you. I do try. I do try. And you have to know that, when Val and I are doing shows like this, there is a portion of the show that is coming from me, but there is a larger, bigger portion that is coming from spirit.
It just channels in.
Yes.
And that.
So there you go. Yes, they do have a sense of humor.
They do. They're hilarious.
Yes. So I think, what have you got anything else that you?
No, I think that really is the essence of our show. And I think we've given the message that needed to be given. And I hope all of you received it well and really understand the beauty of being at peace, at peace, at tranquility, and how it's just a slight, you can choose it anytime. It's not like I have to go on this step and that step. It's no steps. It's just, there's a few things you have to pay a little bit of attention to from time to time when you have a choice. this outside of you or your internal peace.
Exactly.
It's choices.
Yeah, exactly. And Maureen says, yeah, I love the Must Baby poster earlier. Yeah, I did. I did a recording of, yeah, um, one for Musk and one for the fellow who's running for the well, he represents the Conservative Party here in Canada, Pierre Poilievre. And while all the other party leaders have gone through their security clearance so that they can get briefings on things that might be affecting the country and, or their people or whatnot, Pierre Poilievre has said, I'm not doing it.
Now, who does that sound like?
Ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
There's a playbook, folks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So there you go. And I'll probably put a couple more videos out on different things. But yeah, that's what it is. So thank you to you guys for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
yeah, for spending part of your day with us. Appreciate it more than you know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go over to Val's channel and do the same thing over there. Leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm and all that good stuff. And yeah, consider membership.
Yeah.
Take a look at it. You never know. There's always something that might appeal to someone. So, and in the meantime, my lovely co-host, I can't wait to do this again next Thursday.
It'll be on Dragonfly Crystal's channel, and we'll do this again for episode 118. Nine. This is 8. We just did it.
Yes.
It's going to be 119. Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah. And the following, the April 3rd, you have to come join us April 3rd because we're going to have a special guest that is going to be joining us. And it's just the two of us. We got a special guest. Just giving you a heads up. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a good one. And we'll see you later. Bye for now.